Okay, well, we're here. I think it might already be recording. I'm not 100% sure.
It is. Did we invite Brother James?
No, I wanted to make sure it was working first, but I'll write to him right now.
Okay, sounds good.
Did we lose Chase? I saw him in our
last one.
text earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know where Raphael is. He's usually here.
Yeah, he's usually on
Yeah.
top.
All right, well, I guess we wait a minute and see if Brother James joins us. Or should we
That's
just
good.
start talking?
I guess just give him a moment.
All right. Well, there he is. Hello, Brother James. Oh, his microphone's muted. Okay. So, I guess we can start.
Yep.
All right, so we're missing 2 members of our group, but we'll still, I guess, discuss among the 3 of us what we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And Ian, you made that document earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
The final project idea.
What was that?
You did the final project ideas document.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about it?
Mm-hmm. And so we're just going to keep on just asking for help if we need it in terms of finishing our code topics.
Okay. You're talking about our individual ones. So we'll just keep working individually as we work on the group app.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had come up with an idea last time for a final project. You guys recall like the specifics on it? I remember Chase had mentioned something about like car accidents and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was an app that you're supposed to be able to, I guess you have it on your phone already in preparation for an accident, but it would give you all the information. So when, if you get in an accident, then you pull it up and it tells you.
Yeah.
Gives you the
so it's like a reference for accidents, right?
Okay.
So I think this is basically what we're coming up with. It's right here.
Let me click on here.
Basically, just an app to report car crashes, Ajax to retrieve data, and then JS and CSS for entering data and then saving to local storage. And then somehow we need to use DOM as well.
I don't believe it was to report a car crash. I think it was to reference what to do in an event of a car crash and to like.
Well, I mean, I think it was everything though. I think like it was my understanding when we were talking about that it was going to do all of those things, like every single thing you needed to do when you had a car crash, that app would do. It was like a one-stop shop.
Okay. So like pictures of what you needed to like of the accident and stuff like that. You can make notes and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Are you talking about doing a team application?
Yes.
All right. I put in the emails and the announcements for the last couple of weeks that I may have mentioned it. I know I mentioned the team application at the start. I did not realize that they had changed the course requirements. So it's actually a personal application. And that's what I've tried to bring to everybody's attention for the last couple of weeks. So hopefully that doesn't mess you up too much, but and it definitely will change the scope. But the class has now made it an individual application.
Oh, I see. So then after, like, once we start this, is there no more group meetings anymore? Or?
Well, that's a great question. I talked to another team about that the other day, and there's a couple of schools of thought. If you're still working on some of the code topics and you'd like a little bit of assistance from the team, you might want to have a boost from them and continue to have the meetings. And even if everybody's ready to branch off and do the personal application, you might want to meet for the first week or two just to trade ideas and have code reviews for people to take a look at what you're doing to make sure feel comfortable on the right track rather than going all solo. So you can look at it a couple of different ways. Having a team work together with you for the first week or two for code reviews, I think would be helpful all by itself.
Okay.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did you not see that in the announcements this week?
Well, I saw you started referring to it as a personal application, but I didn't make the connection that meant.
Right.
All right, good. Yes, I know, and I apologize for the confusion on my part. They like to change this class every semester, and they don't give you notes to say, by the way, we've changed X, Y, and Z. So I go forward assuming a few things, and shame on me for missing that.
No worries.
Yeah, I mean, I'd talked to some friends who had this class before, and they told me that it was a group thing. So I just was assuming that's what we were doing and didn't give it any more thought than that.
Yep, it changed just this semester, and I bet it'll change next semester.
They just like to keep you on your toes.
They do.
Okay, well, I guess we.
So much for the agenda.
All right, Chase. You came in late. I don't know if you heard that, but apparently we're not doing a group application anymore. We just have to make our own.
That again, sorry. Anyone hear me?
Yeah, you're a little choppy.
Okay. Yeah, it was happening when you were on my end, and I've been having some internet difficulties.
Okay. Or you can type in the message thing on the side too if you need to. You can read that.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
What were you saying at the very beginning when you were talking to me?
Oh, Brother James was just explaining to us that the class has changed. That it's no longer a group application. So we still have to make an application, but it's just an individual project now. It's not a group project. So we'll still have our group will still be in existence if we need like code help or whatever, but we won't be working together. So I suppose you get to the car crash app since it was your idea.
Mm-hmm.
We'll all have to come up with something on our own.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that does seem fair.
But it also
I
means we
don't
don't have
mind
much.
using,
Well, go ahead.
I don't mind you all, well, not maybe necessarily all, but I don't mind people doing a similar application as long as it's
As long as we're not
obvious
using
that
code. Yeah.
it's your work.
Okay.
right.
But if you've done some thinking on the concept, you may think, oh, I've already got some good ideas I'd like to implement. You could talk about it and see if you want to each go your different directions with the same idea.
Right. That makes sense. That's cool.
I'm not sure, like, if there's a lot of variety for the car crashes idea, but I know I have these other ideas, and I think there is some variety. Like, we could have like different ways of, I guess, conveying the information and different ways of user input and like guiding the user.
Well, I mean, I think he's saying that we can even all literally do the same app as long as we're doing it on our own. You know what I mean? Like he can tell from looking at the code
Right.
that we didn't just copy and paste whatever else somebody else did.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. I'm gonna try to do something on my own, but I've got to think about it. I hadn't been thinking about it, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess that we don't really have a lot. This is what we were going to do in this meeting.
Yeah, I kind of plan out a group project, but I guess that's where we end.
So I guess does anybody have any other issues, coding issues, or something they want to bring up and we can talk about?
Or any questions you might have for me since I finally have caught up with you.
I'm still working on some of my own code topics. I have been working with Raphael, and I think he said, or I think he was going to like comment on the code that I have so far. So I guess if I have any questions for you guys, I can just let you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Has everybody turned stuff in now? I remember last week or the week before I was showing you how to turn it in.
I'm doing it today.
Mhm.
I have a couple code topics that I need to submit.
Well, yeah, I haven't submitted everything yet, but
Mm-hmm.
we still have a couple weeks left, right, Brother James? To get
The way the syllabus describes it is you need to be up to the basic level on all of the topics prior to the end of week 10. And then that enables you to go ahead and work on the application.
Okay.
You can continue to work on the code topics after that point for sure. And in fact, if I look at your application and I see a great use of local storage, it's helpful if you bring it to my attention as well. But I'll look for those things and I'll go back and make sure that you've got full point for local storage. So your app will continue to count towards your code topics. It does help me if you tell me, because I don't remember that you may only be at the working knowledge and you think you've now hit skilled. Make sure I go grade that.
But if we're not at basic on every single topic, then we don't get to move on, correct?
That is how the syllabus is written.
Okay.
So I'll try and not be like the people on the Senate panel who don't say yes or no. I will say that is correct. You cannot work on the team app, the personal app. until you hit basic. But that's a low enough bar. You should be able to hit basic relatively easy on all of them.
Just as long as you've turned everything in.
Yes, yeah. Make sure you get things turned in for me to take a look at it.
Okay. So that's only 2 weeks, everybody. So if you haven't started on anything, you better get going.
Yeah.
Let me look at it. I'll give you some feedback and help you along. And hopefully some of the examples I've shared over the last couple of weeks have been helpful also.
Yes, they definitely have.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those were really cool. I hadn't thought of that stuff. Okay. Any other questions?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Or I guess one other question. You guys want to just like keep using this document if you have any other ideas?
Yeah, like if anyone's thinking of app ideas and for some reason, you just can think of a bunch, then go ahead and share them with the group, because other people might be struggling to think of something.
Yeah, that's true. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll still plan on meeting next week for now,
Sounds good.
and then of course we've all still got Hangouts, so we can chat in the meantime and figure things out a little bit more.
Okay.
Touch base with Raphael too, because I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he's usually here.
Usually, I had to figure out how to record this because he's always the one that does it. but yeah, hopefully he's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm glad I caught with you guys. Make sure you email me if you have any questions and turn some code topics in so we can start the conversation.
Perfect.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Brother James, and
Right.
Thank you.
see all the rest of you next week.
Yep.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks.
I'm out of here.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.